Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Oh, I forgot. My magnetic thing fell off, so I can't put it on there anymore. But I am here to craft with you this evening for Magnolia Monday. And I'm going to say it a few times while I'm on. Today is December 1st. It is the first day of the December daily deals. It is also a continuation of the Black Friday Thanksgiving special. So the stencils and the rub-on transfers that I'm going to use tonight are currently buy two, get one free through 11:59 p.m. Eastern tonight. So I'm going to say that a few times because I'm going to be using two different of our brand new rub-on transfers, and I'm finally going to use our Barn in Winter. I have not used this stencil yet, so I'm going to use that as well, but I want to make sure everybody knows that stencils and rub-on transfers are buy two, get one free. So you put 3 in your cart, and then at checkout, the lowest priced one zeroes out to be free. And you can do as many multiples of 3 as you want. Just know that it's going to be the lowest price items that end up being free. So I see we have some people hopping on. Who is there? There we go. Live chat. Oh, Carla and Geraldine and Sally and Hannah. Yay. Thanks for being here. And a bunch of other people that haven't said hi yet in the chat. So if we have not met, my name is Cindy. My YouTube channel and my Facebook page are Monarch Mom DIY. And I am here on Monday night for Magnolia Monday. I'm just going to craft with some of the newest Magnolia Design Co. Products that I've gotten. You can see a couple of my projects back here. We've got the Snow Globe Shelf Sitter, and we've got the Nutcrackers in the pastels. Hello, Deborah. So, as I was saying, as the live was getting going, tonight, December 1st, 2025, through 11:59 p.m. Eastern, so only for about 3 more hours, 3.5 hours, you can go to monarchmomdiy.com and put 3 stencils or rub-on transfers or combination, and when you check out, the lowest priced one will be free. You can do that as many times as you want, but that special ends tonight. So I'm going to show you some of the new ones that I've gotten that I haven't used yet. This one here is called Gift Tags. It's a good name, right? But I love because they're kind of like older, vintagey looking tags. So this is 1 sheet. You've got 8 of these size ones. They fit our tags. So I'm going to make some of these. And then these 4 smaller ones here, I'm going to try them. I've got a couple. These were from Hobby Lobby in the gift packaging. So like where all the wrapping paper is and stuff. They're about the same width as these. They're a little bit taller, but I thought we could maybe paint them. Or these are from Hobby Lobby in the party section. So it would have a little bit of space around. This one was actually from Michael's. It's more of an MDF, but it's kind of that wood on the back. And this side is smoother. I think I would paint this side and put the rub-on on that side. So we're going to make some gift tags. But again, you could put, if you wanted to make a bunch of gift tags, you could put 3 of this rub-on transfer in your cart. And when you check out, one of them will end up being free. The other rub-on transfer I have is called Merry Christmas Swatches. Now, these are adorable. When I first looked at this, my idea was, oh, you could make 4 little square-shaped signs. Like I have this. It says this on the back. It's from Hobby Lobby. I could paint over this. Maybe put 1 in here. But if you look at the Merry Christmas, I think it's kind of all meant to be 1. What do you guys think? Would you split this up even if you had to cut a little bit of the words off the bottom? Or would you just use it like on a plaque like this and just put the whole thing on one? Let me know. Let me know what you think. If I should just keep it all together in one piece, or if I should try to separate them and put them on, you know, some other smaller things. So that's called Merry Christmas Swatches. And then this stencil, I've seen lots of people have used this and it looks stunning. When you look at it just as a stencil like this, the Barn in Winter doesn't look all that impressive. But when you use this on, I'm probably going to just do it on our white 12 by 12 shelf sitter with black. Everywhere that you see white right now would be the chalk paste. And the detail in this thing is amazing. And what I like about this is I could do the stencil. Okay, I'm going to come back to you guys' comments. I'm seeing what you're commenting about that 4-piece one. You could add maybe, once you do this on your shelf sitter, could you add like maybe some 3D elements, like put a little Christmas tree on here, or you could add some things down here if you wanted to make it more dimensional. Maybe you have a truck or something you could add to this, but it is stunning just by itself. So we're going to do this on the white shelf sitter. The other thing you could do is maybe add a little Christmas wreath up here. I think that would be really pretty. Okay, so I see some people are saying leave it all together. Some said use these two separately and then keep these two with the words. I did think about that as well. The only letters that are touching the pictures on the deer are the H and the T. But honestly, if you cut that off, I don't think you would really be able to tell that those were letters. And then here is just a little bit of the M. Oh, so I don't know. Hi, Elisa. Welcome. It has been a while. All right, so I'm not sure yet what I want to do with this one. I'm going to think about it because I did kind of like the idea of getting 4 projects out of it. But it is super cute all together as well. That Santa's just too cute. The snowman's really cute too. So I think what I want to do first is let's make some of these gift tags. Again, I'm going to repeat this a few times, so don't get upset if you hear it more than once, because I don't know who's coming on and going off, but I have to make sure you know that if you go to monarchmomdiy.com tonight before 11:59 p.m., you can put any 3 stencils and rub-on transfers, not clearance ones, but any rub-on transfers and stencils in your cart, any combination of 3, and the lowest one will be free at checkout. So you can do that as many times as you want. These gift tags are so cute. And I like how the edges are kind of fuzzy. So if your tag isn't exactly the right size, you still have some decoration around the edges. So I have, these are our white gift tags. These might even be, I should check for you guys. These might even be in clearance. So if you were going to go take advantage of the buy 2, get 1 free stencils and rub-ons, you might want to check out the clearance section while you're there, because everything in the clearance section is 50% off. Let me look. Let me just look up tags. Oops. So now it's giving me chalkboard tags. There's the black ones, the big white ones. Okay, so we might only have the black ones of these right now. But these, you can paint them. I mean, you could do the rub-ons on black if you wanted. All right, so I think what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to cut off this row on the bottom that has just these 4 skinny Santas. Okay. And then let me look at how this lines up. These are so adorable. Okay. So if I cut these on, the nice thing is one has green behind it, then red, then green, then red, green, red, green, red. So if I just cut these on where those color changes are, they should fit pretty good on my tags. They might hang over a tiny little bit, but that's okay. We just use sandpaper to clean that up. So what is everyone doing tonight? Did we have a good Thanksgiving? We had to cancel our in-person church service yesterday because of snow. But Gary and I went over to church and did the online service. So that was fun. And now it's just really cold. So it's not snowing anymore, but all the snow is just staying. It's not going anywhere. Okay, this is so cute. I hadn't even read these yet. Chilling with my Snowmies. That's adorable. Merry and Bright. Look at these little kids. Elves, dressed as elves. There's a cat one. Meowie Catmas. We woof you a Merry Christmas. Oh dear, Christmas is here. I love that one. 1 to 3 inches and ice on the snow. Ugh. I am in Michigan. I am in Southwest Michigan. I think this one's my favorite with the boy and girl. Have a holly jolly Christmas. They're adorable. All right, so I'm just going to do 4 of these for right now because they're going to be pretty quick. All right, so my white tags, they're just painted on both sides. So if you've never used the rub-ons before, you just peel the backing, and everywhere that you see white is sticky. So sometimes with these bigger sheets, what I like to do is turn it upside down and place my surface down onto the rub-on rather than trying to line it up blind upside down. Oops. Trying to get the edges as straight as I can. Okay, that looks pretty good. So all you're going to do then is kind of press it down. And then we're going to burnish it. I can already see this corner starting to lift. So you're just going to press it down so that the image transfers from the plastic onto your surface, your tag or whatever you're doing. Oh my gosh, this is cute. And if you see any little bubbles, you just press them out. How cute is this? So cute. Now these on the corners, because I didn't cut them off when I was cutting out the tag, I can just take my little sandpaper here and go around and it'll get that off. You can go around the edge just in case there's any hanging over, depending on what tags you're using. But it looks like I got that pretty good. So there's that, and then you'll just take a pokey tool and kind of trim, poke your hole through. And then when you put some string on that with some beads, super cute. That was so fast to make. And the cool thing about these, you don't have to use these as gift tags. This would look adorable on a Christmas tree as ornaments. I would maybe add 3 beads. Super cute. This grit I think was 400. Yep, 400. It doesn't have to be very thick at all for these rub-on transfers because they're pretty thin. All right, let's do Jingle All the Way. I might actually put some of these just on my tree because they kind of go with my theme a little bit this year. But like I said, you could use them as gift tags and then that person could keep it as an ornament. You are welcome, Sally. I tend to use 400 is pretty fine, and the other one I use quite a bit is 220. I did get a couple bubbles in my other one because I peeled it up kind of too quickly. Oh, this truck is too cute. Cute. Get our corners off. So I think they left the corners to be rectangles in case you wanted to put these on rectangle pieces of cardboard even, or you don't have to do them in a tag shape. They would still look really cute. Oops, how did I get a bubble there? So if you get bubbles, you could put your plastic back down and just kind of rub them out with your finger. I wouldn't rub directly onto the rub-on transfer because you don't want to move the transfer. Okay, so there's Jingle All the Way. These are super fast. Oh, you know what? I wasn't going to do Jingle All the Way. Okay, I'll put the snowman back for now. I took it out of the wrong pile. We're going to do two more. We're going to do Oh Dear, Christmas is Here. Trying not to get it stuck to me. There we go. Took me a minute. I love the matte finish of these. So again, stencils and rub-on transfers through 11:59 p.m. tonight at monarchmomdiy.com. You can do multiples of 3 in your cart, and the lowest one for each 3 will be zeroed out at checkout, will be free, and that deal ends tonight. It has been going on since Thanksgiving Day, but today is the last day, and then December 2 through 12, there will be another special deal each day of December. I will be, you know, I didn't post it here on YouTube, did I? I really should do that. I've been posting it on my Facebook, excuse me, but I need to remember to share that on my YouTube because not everybody is on Facebook. All right, there's the Oh Dear, Christmas is Here. Very cute. All right, we'll do one more, and then let's do the stencil of the barn in winter. I'm very excited to try it. All right, this one says Merry and Bright. It has these 3 little kids dressed as elves, and they're adorable. Okay, so cute. Who likes using rub-on transfers? Give me a shout out for rub-on transfers in the comments. I do like them. I'm glad we had more Christmas ones this year. Really want to burnish it. Make sure your rub-on transfer is stuck to your surface. You don't want the plastic to pull it back up. Yay, that was my best one. Oh my goodness, and it's so cute. I like that it has the color around the edges. Just makes it look a little more finished. Oops. Got wrapped around. There we go. How cute. Oops. Aren't they adorable? So cute. Okay, so these are just half of the big tags that are on that rub-on transfer sheet. Again, you can use them as ornaments. You can use them as actual gift tags. Easy craft to do. It'd be a fun craft to do like Christmas Eve or even Christmas Day. All right, next we're going to use our Barn in Winter. Again, this stencil is one that you can do with the buy two, get one free deal. Move these things out the way. So I am just going to do really simply, I'm going to take our 12 by 12 white distressed shelf sitter. It is two-sided, so you could do two different things. And we're just going to stencil this on here in black. Should I use black or should I use glittering black? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I need to write, do I have a Sharpie? Where'd all my Sharpies go? Oh, I think we used them for Thanksgiving. We were writing things we were thankful for. That's okay. I know how to tell which side to put my stencil back down on. All right, so I am gonna fuzz this a little bit. It's not super sticky, but I am still gonna fuzz it a couple times. And it's got a little bit of a border, but if I go right to the corners of my shelf sitter, it should fit pretty much right inside those edges. So my image is going to go pretty much all the way to my corners. And this is going to be so pretty. I also feel like once you have this stenciled on here, I already talked about you could maybe add some 3D elements down here. I feel like right here is a good place for a word, or because all of this is still going to be white where it's green right now. You can maybe put some words if you want. I know some people get annoyed at crafters who are constantly putting words. You don't always have to put words on your projects. You can just have the image and let it speak for itself. All right, I do want to make sure all the green of my stencil is down really well so that we get all these gorgeous details. I'm just going to put some paste where the green is so I can just pull from there. And I'm just going to start, I'm going to go up on the edge here. Oh, you can't see there. Let's move it down a little bit. I'm using a big squeegee. You don't remember, you don't want to keep going over and over. Once you've filled in the stencil in that area, you can, oops, get some on your finger. Move to a different spot. Because you don't want to push paste under under the stencil. You just want it to go into the mesh where we can see white through the stencil. So again, this stencil, if you're curious or wanting to get this one, is called Barn in Winter. And I can't wait to do the peel and reveal. I suppose you could also do this with colors. I'd have to kind of look. I'm going to look at it with black and see maybe where you could do other colors. All right, I don't have a whole lot of extra on here. I'm just going backwards with the flat side of my squeegee, and yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of extra. Okay, are we ready? Let's turn it to you guys, and let's do our peel and reveal. I'm excited. Wow. What do you guys think? Okay, instead of using colors, I think what I would do is do it all in black. And then after you've sprayed it, then if you wanted to paint the barn, you could do that. Look at how pretty that is. I did pretty good getting that centered on there. Pretty good. What do you guys think about that image? Isn't that amazing? These absolutely are the best stencils. The best stencils. That is so gorgeous. Look at the detail. The icicles hanging off the barn. I didn't even realize there were icicles on there when I was looking at the stencil. So pretty. This is stunning. Would you guys paint it? Would you guys seal this and maybe paint the fence? Although the fence just looks like it's black and then it has snow on it. I guess maybe the only thing you could really paint would be the barn. Because even the trees are black except for where there's snow on them. White background and black paste. You like this better than the reversal? Yeah, I think this looks really, I mean, because otherwise if you did it backwards, the snow would be black. So if you did it on a black background, everything that you see that's white would be black. I mean, it probably looks pretty, but this to me makes more sense because you've got white. You know, the other thing you could paint maybe is a little bit of the sky. If you were going to spray this and then paint it. That is gorgeous. All right, so far we've used the Barn in Winter stencil. And we've used some of the Christmas gift tags, rub-on transfers. We've just put them on some of our white tags to make ornaments. Or they do say to and from. You could use them as gift tags. So, Barn in Winter. This is a stencil that you could do as part of a buy two, get one free. I'm going to set it back here so I don't knock it over. I'm going to lean it so it doesn't fall forward. And then I got to clean those things. Okay, I think what I've decided for the third item we're going to use, the Christmas swatches. I need to get my dirty stencil out of here. I didn't bring water with me. Boo, bad on me. This one, I think I am going to leave it all one piece. And this is a 12 by 12, yes, 12 by 12 wood panel. This one happens to be from Dollar Tree Plus. But they have these at Hobby Lobby as well. If your Dollar Tree, my Dollar Tree has not had these for quite a while. And I actually paid $2 for this at a resale store. I did look, I don't think it's big enough to fit inside the frame. I mean, it's too big actually to fit inside the frame. So we're going to put it on the outside, but I am going to give this just a quick coat of white. I think that's going to make the rub-on transfers stand out even more. So if I can get my little sponge in here, let's just give this a quick coat of white paint. Let's just do this actually. We'll dump a little bit because there's not a ton left in there and it's hard to reach all the way to the bottom. But if you're hopping on later than the beginning, I will tell you again that right now, through tonight at 11:59, if you go to monarchmomdiy.com, you can get these stencils and rub-ons, or any that are, as long as they're not clearanced, put 3 stencils and or rub-ons in your cart. And when you check out, the least priced one will zero out to be free, which is a fabulous deal. I did it with 3 of the larger stencils, the 12 by 18s that I didn't have yet. So basically I paid for 2 of them and then the third one was free, which is awesome. So let's dry this. And there will be new deals every day, December 1 through 12. Uh-oh, what did I missed something. Thinking the same thing, what? I thought I was on the wood trim. Yes, I was actually thinking that. I was looking at it. You could, except it would cover up part of the graphics, but we'll look at it. We'll see what we can do. And I think I'm gonna just use my sander ever so lightly. Oops, I'm hearing myself on here. Okay. Do you think the barn would look good in red? Probably what I would do is I would just spray that and then come back in and watercolor the barn red. Because it's everywhere that's white is still going to be white. I mean, that side would be red instead of black. But it'd be really hard to do the icicles, and it would make some of the icicles look like they were red. I feel like if you want to add color to this stencil, you need to first do it in black. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will seal this side and do some watercolor painting on it. And then on the other side, I'll just do this again, where I just have it black. So I have a colored version and a black and white version. Hello, Tammy. Oh, real thin trim. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is called Merry Christmas Swatches. So this one, let me just look kind of where I'm going to have, it's the paper itself is a little bit bigger than, it's going to be hard to get it like centered. All right, I think I kind of see where, I got to line up the Y at the bottom and then that at the top. Okay, I guess we'll just go for it. I do think this is still easier to place it down than trying to flip over the piece of wood. but it is a little sticky, so you want to kind of make sure you have it where you want it. Okay, good. I just want to move it so the Y is all the way at the bottom. It's going to give me the most space up there. Okay. Hey, Constance. You were thinking Christmas. Okay. Now, because these all have kind of, I don't know if you could tell, they all have kind of like jagged edges. You're going to want to really make sure you burnish this for a good while to make sure all those little pieces get adhered down. And I hope that I let my paint dry enough, because sometimes if the paint is still a little wet, it's hard for the rub-on to stick to it. Kind of drawing circles with the corner of my burnishing tool here. This will probably be my first, oh good. It's coming. Just don't be in a rush when you're peeling these off. You got to kind of take your time. Because you don't want pieces to get left behind. Now, maybe you've heard me say with stencils, you don't want to pull them diagonally because it might stretch out your stencil. With rub-on transfers, it's okay to pull the sheet, the plastic sheet off diagonally. It's not going to hurt anything. And sometimes it's easier to get it going at a corner. All right, now I'm going to switch to this corner. I do think this is going to be so cute. I don't know. We'll see once we peel it off if we think it needs the wood trim we were talking about. I kind of like the splashy edges. But it does kind of look like a window. You're right. Rub-ons, I kind of go back and forth like that. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I just love the matte finish of these images. It just makes it look so good. Make sure we get all those little pieces. Okay, I just got to show you because these are so cute. Look at how cute those are. Aren't they adorable? I may get another one of these and do them as separate things, just for something different. Maybe I should do that during the buy two, get one free sale that's going on today. guess I could start going this way now, huh? Almost there. Just this big solid section in the middle now. This is beautiful. What do you guys think? Isn't it so pretty? I don't think I'm going to put the wood on it. Yeah, I think so too, Deborah. I'm like, I don't think so. It would make it look different. I mean, you could definitely try it, but I don't think it needs it at all. Plus, then you'd be covering up some of the words probably. That is so pretty. I may finish painting this on the sides, and this may end up in my craft show this Saturday. Yeah, I don't think I'd do the wood either. So that is what I had for you guys tonight. Remember, again, yes, it is. This is so pretty. And you've got this on the back, too. Now, you could do this. This would fit perfectly on the same. I could have done it on the back of our white 12 by 12 shelf sitter. So you could even do this on one side. Then do your barn in winter to turn around and display during January after Christmas if you wanted. Or just get two of the shelf sitters and you could do that. This one doesn't quite stand on its own. This one from Hobby Lobby, it's a little thin, but it is still really cute. But it's the same size, 12 by 12. So barn and winter stencil, Merry Christmas swatches rub on. And then don't forget we did the Christmas tags, gift tags. There's 8 that are this size, and then there's 4 more of these little skinny Santa ones. So cute, so cute. MonarchMomDIY.com tonight through 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Buy 2, get 1 free on stencils and rub-on transfers. As many multiples of 3 as you'd like. All right, guys, take care. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. We'll see you later. I will be back on Wednesday for Wood Kit Wednesday. Bye.